Oh man, those two cameras look really different. We have the Olympus on the left, Sony on the right, OM1 Mark II, OM1 Mark I, A7C2. Alright, welcome to episode 2 of my cool camera review. If you haven't seen the first one, my definition of cool is purely subjective and my own, and it's basically about a company if it sucks or not. I'm gonna start with Olympus systems first, because for once I'm already filming with one, and I think we should get the most controversial one out of the way first. So to address the elephant in the room, the big accounting scandal in 2011 was mainly from the medical side of the business, but the photography side was struggling in the portfolio as well. Anyway, lots of people lost trust in the company, and at the time it was the same for me. But yeah, just a little bit of scandal is in the camera company. First of all, the history is super old with Olympus and pretty cool. Olympus was called first Ricoh, which means blissful or golden light, and it was released in 1936. I think it's a pretty cute name. The Ricoh lenses are still known for their quality. Olympus popularized the half-frame format, and buying an old one is still cheaper than buying a new Pentax 17, but more about that later. And with film prices today, I think like a half-frame camera is a great idea. Olympus strive to make the smallest SLR, sometimes rivaling Leica M's in size, by getting rid of the pentaprism hump, which for someone like me who really likes small compact cameras, that ranks very high in my coolness scale. It was small in size, but quality of the cameras was still great, and small size stayed their focus when they transitioned into the digital age, which they were also early adopters, which very cool. Also, very world's first 5-axis in-body stabilization, which was a truly revolutionary feature, and which something Olympus is still very well known for. So today Olympus is mainly known for stylish, compact and robust cameras with crazy computational features. I thought I would dislike the computational stuff in the OM a lot, but actually I'm a huge fan of it, especially the digital NDs I find super useful, and image state is amazing as well. Also, like photo stacking inside the camera, wow, I hate doing that in editing, so I was a huge fan of that too. It's too bad that they only have the Micro Four Thirds camera these days, and they really focus on that outdoor niche, which is interesting and probably one of the cooler ways of doing photography. But yeah, personally right now, I would rather pick up an old film Olympus than a digital one, and I'm gonna sell the Olympus OM1 relatively soon, just because I don't have the money for more than one camera system, and I wanna reduce most of my gear. Give them a solid B tier. That's a great camera brand. Nothing to complain. Yeah, I would love to pick up an old Olympus Pen F in the near future. That's why I'll give Olympus a solid B tier. Let's try to go for Sigma. The lens I'm filming with on the Sony, the 45 f2.8. Sigma is more known for their lenses, but I've been making quite funky cameras since forever, basically. So a little bit of history first. Sigma made a first teleconverter in 1961 for the YS mount, and also the world first wide-angle zoom starting at 21mm. My favorite part about Sigma is their commitment to made in ISO, which allows them tight quality control, rapid innovation, and responsiveness to market demands. That's why I don't think I've touched a Sigma lens in the last 10 years that didn't felt amazing. Usually very heavy, but this I series now combines the amazing build quality and a bit of a smaller size and weight, but still very well handling lens. This approach also proved to be a significant advantage during global supply chain disruptions. So not outsourcing or offshoring manufacturing, which makes Sigma super cool. They have a very small office with a big factory philosophy. The son took over the company and leans more into manufacturing than marketing, which also I'm a huge fan of. Try to invent a new sensor tech, which is similar to film, the Devon sensor. I'd love to dive deeper in that with another video, but just leave that here. I'll say keeps it in the cool factor, trying to develop new shit. I like that they're making lenses for any camera system. They're not only supplying one brand, which I think is pretty cool. For a while, you could even swap the mount yourself, which is nice that they offer that. Now they are part of the L-mount Alliance, which I think is a great partnership they have with Panasonic and Leica. And probably the big three in the L-mount Alliance. Yeah, I like that they deliver like a good haptic feeling lenses. Last thing they basically did was the BF, the beautiful foolishness. I think that was a cool idea. Like, it's not a camera for me, but I like that they are going against the flow of all the camera companies and trying to do something else, which of course is very cool. Same as the Sigma FPs and FPL. I think the concept is cool. Maybe the the execution was a bit lacking for me yet, but I'm pretty sure in the future they could make a camera that would be very interesting for me. To be fair, I can't really fault Sigma with anything really. Well, if you know something that makes Sigma annoying or less cool, let me know in the comments. Maybe that they lack a bit of history compared to other brands, and their modern cameras are certainly cool, but maybe fall a little bit short compared to the other big four brands. They probably could make the perfect camera because they used to use internal DNG for the photos. I think that was a cool feature. Only Leica had that as far as I know. And maybe get a viewfinder on the BF, and then we're almost there. So I give Sigma almost the S tier, but I think we keep them at the A tier for now. Right. Let's run through quickly with Ricoh Pentax. Full disclosure, I think only 2 years ago I figured out that the little GR cameras are directly related to Pentax, the company that refuses to go with interchangeable mirrorless cameras. I think their stubbornness, again, pretty cool. I like that they're putting their foot down. They're having Samuel Streetlife as an ambassador, which gives them another point. They pioneered the Japanese SLRs as Asahi, and Asahi. Is it Asahi like the beer? Fuck. What was I? Pioneering the Japanese SLRs as Asahi and delivering us the Super Takumas, then becoming Pentax after making up the Penta Prism and Contax, because let's say things were complicated for size after World War II. With the move to digital, things got a bit complicated for Pentax. First they got bought and then sold off to Ricoh. Not that cool maybe. That's why they are still sticking with the K-mount since 1975 to this day. But they kept their fan base happy and or fanatic, and a strong tie to their old school roots. Probably got them to develop a new half-frame film camera, which came out of the left field but was fairly unique and gets a cool stamp from me. Ricoh did so many random things that I don't want to get into that too much. We know them mainly for their GR cameras, which are unique, which is their biggest selling point, besides the portability. Interesting and fun cameras. I only played with one once. I really liked it. That you could squeeze so much image quality out of such a small body. Personally, it's not my jam. Ricohs are too small, and the Pentaxes are too big for me. The Pentax 17 I thought was way too plasticky and too limiting for me, but I'm happy that all three variants exist. So Pentax Ricoh getting a solid seat here for me as for now. I think I'll stop here. It's already too long. Maybe I keep the super expensive brands for episode number 3. Thank you.